Hey guys, Dan O'Toole, CEO here at Arrive AI. Thanks for being with us. If you're getting this, it's because you're in our investor community, and we always want to share with you first. Remember our core principles: transparency and communication. Sometimes that bites me in the butt a little bit because I want to be the company that I always want to invest in. And what that means is hearing things first from the company, not out there on the street, and hearing it in real time. And in our angst to get things out as quickly as we can, sometimes I feel like it's almost like we jump the gun to get news to you. That's really not the case. But the reality is sometimes you say something, and if you would just hold it back and not share, things may have changed before the word even got out, and then it wouldn't have been necessary. But that's the peril of getting stuff out quick. So, for the last uh, time period, our goal was to always be public by the end of the fourth quarter of last year. We didn't want to give a hard date because, the minute you give a hard date, it never happens, right? That we're at the mercy of several moving pieces here. It's not just us; it's the auditors, the Nasdaq, the SEC, the lawyers. There's a lot of stuff going on here, and we are the strongest link. I'm going to go ahead and say it. Anytime something gets to us, we turn it around very quickly. So proud of our team, our team, all of our team. That's us. That's the company that you guys invested in. So to that point, we didn't make it public by Valentine's Day. Our financial audits have now gone stale, which is a normal thing that happens regularly. Audits are always good, and then they go stale, and then you re-up them. And so we have a normal cadence for that. As a publicly traded company, that's always accounted for. But now we're in that moment where we're having to shore those up and get those to the next level. So while we're doing that, we're still going through with the SEC and the Nasdaq. So what I think is going to happen now is we should get the approval from the SEC and the Nasdaq, and we'll be just waiting on our audits at that point, which is fine. Silver linings. One is the weather is going to be better in New York when we get to go public, probably sometime in April. So who wants to be standing out there in a bunch of cold, 0-degree weather? It's also going to give us a chance to plan, right? So I'm hoping thousands of our investors will come out and join us. We're gonna have a big party. We're gonna do some fun stuff. Love to. My goal would be to get a picture with each investor that comes out on the podium there at the Nasdaq, and I'd love to have that for my posterity. But I'd love to share a copy of that with each of you that make it out there as well. So I'm hoping that you guys can make it for that. And then the other thing is ringing the bell the same day we start trading publicly to be able to sync those up. It was always important to me. I was willing to forego that and just start trading because of the time frame. But now that we're going to have the ample enough time to unify those two things, I think that's going to be great. So that's going to happen. It's going to be in April probably. Stay tuned. I promise to keep you updated on that. Transparency and communication, right? Keeping you up in real time. So stay tuned. Also, pickmecrowdfunding.com, PICMII. We've started an alert section there. We're going to be able to give updates, and we're trying to get our whole investor community migrated to one spot where everybody can be in the same place at the same time and get the same updates. So stay tuned for an email coming out to you on where you can link up on that, and that should be happening very quickly. So really appreciate that. As you might imagine, not being public as quickly as we had all hoped, there's a capital cost for that. We've had the failed SPAC attempt, we had the failed Bruce attempt. Now we're going it alone on our own listing on Nasdaq, and with that comes a lot of capital needs. So we do have a need to raise about another $1 million here. If you guys see it in your hearts and can help us out, would love to really hit strong here before we go public and help us raise that extra capital that's taking to get across the finish line on this transaction. You guys know I've never asked anybody to put one dime in. I'm most proud of the fact that everybody came at their own free will, and at the exact amount they wanted to. I'm just throwing it out there. If there's a way that you can see it in your heart to help us get across this finish line, we're all giving here. and just trying to get over the line to get to being publicly traded. So thank you for considering that. If you have any questions or anything, Dan at arriveai.com. Call me at 317-694-7520. Wanted to get this out ASAP. The date, Valentine's Day came and went, and we didn't get to go public. So I wanted to get this out to you right now. But stay tuned. There's a lot of great stuff happening. Can't wait to get public and keep the information coming to you. There's a lot of big milestones that we're set to hit here. So thanks, guys. See you soon. Bye.